Hello, plannerets. How are you? Let me turn down the music. I hope you are well. It is 3 a.m. That's right. Am I crazy? Yes, I am. I'm just turning this volume down. 3 a.m. on a Monday morning here in Sydney, Australia. It is Monday, 13th of July. Happy birthday to my best friend. It's her birthday today, so I'll give her a call at a good time when it's not so early in the morning. So what am I doing up? Well, I haven't set up my planner spread for the new week of July 13th to July 19th. So I thought, you know what? Why not just go and bring you along with me? So I have a plan. I don't have a plan. So we'll go where it leads us. And so if you are here live, just like Sonia is here, make sure to say hello in the live chat, whether you're on Instagram or on YouTube. I am on full desk view if you wanted to check me out on YouTube. I have the link on Instagram if you want to see the full desk view. It's fine where you are. I think I have set up the screen, the camera, so then it is visible. I will zoom in on bits and pieces that might be pertinent to have it all a little bit more closer. So let's quickly have a look. We have some beautiful plannerets in the chat. Hello, Margie. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you are doing well. And oh yes, you're on holiday. That's right. I remember you're visiting family. And so hopefully that you're enjoying your time with the fam and everything's going well. Sheila from Positive Changes. Hello, Marianne. Hope you have a good weekend. That's probably why I'm a little bit late with my planning. I gave myself a little bit of grace and kindness and took the sort of like the weekend off and just took it easy mentally. And so I've had a little bit of a rest. And so then I'm back into it. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, if you're on YouTube, I did sort of gave myself a little challenge to get myself outside because I have been a little bit low in my thoughts. I haven't been as, what is it? What's the word? There you go, brain fog. I haven't been as dedicated or diligent with getting myself outside because it is so much easier to just stay home. And, I work from home. I do my planning at home. Hello, Instagrammers. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Say hello in the chat and I'll pop your comment up as we go. And so yesterday I had a nice sleep in, and then I also, what did I do? Went for a walk and just, enjoyed my own little space and not having to be on show. And so thank you so much for that, Sonia. Yes, hugs indeed. I appreciate that so much. All right, so what am I doing today? So I did the brain dump in my YouTube membership yesterday, end of my week, Sunday, and I had a couple of my plannerets in there. And so we do on a weekly basis a brain dump in the membership where we get everything out of our head and down on paper. And so this is what I brain dumped today. And so, I have to say, I keep saying yesterday, and I categorized it based on time. So things I needed to do for today, tomorrow, the week, the month, later on in the future, and anything that may have come up. So this brain dump guide, as well as the brain dump trigger list and the grid paper. See? Grid paper. I don't know if you can see the grid. That is a freebie. So if you haven't got that yet, I'll pop that in the chat right now on YouTube. So if you are on Instagram, if you go to my bio, there is a little box that says free brain dump guide. So grab that. You get the brain dump guide, trigger list, and grid paper. So I did that today. I brain dumped, I categorized, and I just, like I said, because I haven't really planned anything yet, I'm going to put it on my running to-do list. So last week's running to-do list, I really didn't add a lot to it. Not that I didn't have any to-dos, but I just, I used my weekly spread to pop them in there. So instead of leaving this all blank, I'm going to go and utilize the rest of this for this week. So what I've done here is I have just put a little what do you call it, diagonal hash to separate the two weeks, and then I put the day and then the date, and then I've added the same heading: task, to-dos, appointments and events and bills. And then all the things that I had brain dumped from yesterday, making sure, let me just make sure the Zoom, bear with me, it's going to be a little bit wobbly. Let me see if I can do a zoom here. Okay, that's better. Okay, so the things that's in green are the things I had said I want to do for today or tomorrow, and then the things that are in blue are the things I'd like to do for the week. Purple is later on in the month. Yellow is any future ideas, and then if I had any emotional brain dump, that would be in red, that I could either action or, maybe reserve some time to have like a worry log, a worry brain dump. So the only thing that I'm putting on my running to-do list, so this running to-do list is just a list of known tasks, events, appointments, and bills to pay for the week. Everything else will go on to next week's running to-do list. Okay, so really important that in order to not overwhelm myself, I don't put too much pressure on myself or put too much on my plate when I know if there are things that have no major consequence or major cost. If I don't action it this week, then I'll leave it for the following week. And that's how it all works with the running to-do list. Now, of course, if you don't want to be writing up your own running to-do list in a blank, dotted journal, I do have a printable download that you can use. And so it has both a Monday start version and a Sunday start version. And again, you only put the tasks on there that are known for the week, because more things will come up later on in the week. So you want to make sure that you leave ample space at the bottom of it. And then that way, you're not putting too much pressure on yourself. Or if there are things that's on your list that maybe, you think will only take half an hour, but actually it takes 3 hours. So you leave yourself some breathing room. Now, if you say, well, Marianne, I've got lots and lots of stuff on my to-do list, so it won't fit on one page. And if you're feeling like you're burning out or overwhelmed, that's probably one of the first place that I tell you to have a look. What are things on there? Ask yourself the question, is this urgent? Is it important? And what will happen if I don't action it this week? Okay, not that you're not going to action them, but what will happen if I don't action it this week? And if it's like, oh, things will fall apart, then of course, yes, they belong on this week. But, maybe it might give me a minor inconvenience if, I don't fix the cupboard door that's, loose from its hinge or something like that. So if you ever find yourself having way too much on your to-do list, to ask those questions. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a look at all the green, the ones that I highlighted based on categorizing. Again, if you're new to my brain dumping, make sure to grab that printable, and it is a freebie. And then I'm going to put, in no particular order, the greens down the list, and then the blues down the list. And then I'm going to figure out for the things that are the rest of the week, when can I assign them, which day of the week? Because then if you have, so this running to-do list is based on the Alistair method, where this list is considered a living list, like it'll change, because if you don't action something today, you can always move it forward to the next day or the following or later on in the week. Or, you know, if there's things you need to add to it, then you can add to it, as long as, of course, you've given yourself that little bit of breathing room. And then what I do is I, you know, put little dots on when I think I would like to action it. And then if there are like lots of dots on one day, and then, you know, that you're already full on, then maybe you'll want to assign it on a different day, or you don't want to assign tasks, too many tasks on your day off. Why? Because it's your day off. You should be resting. That's why it's a day off. So let me know in the chat. What I'll do is I'll stay quiet for a little bit while I'm transfer or migrate the things from my brain dump to the running to-do list. Let me know what you're up to. Have you done your what do you call it, your planner spread already for the week? Let me know in the chat what you're up to, if you're just hanging out with me for a little bit, and then you have to, you know, jump off after, because this is an impromptu, you know. I thought, you know what? There's no time like the present, eh? Okay, so let me just pop on some music while I'll just transfer this. But if you want to share any, you know, things you're going to be doing this week, pop them in the chat and we can all discuss together. All right, so I'll stay quiet for a little bit. Oh, and also if you do have any questions with my planning system, let me know as well. So what I'm doing here is I am just, everything that I brain dumped yesterday that I said I'd like to do for today or tomorrow, I'm writing it down here. And then once I have transferred it, I just cross it off my brain dump. So then that way, you know, I don't have to worry about it anymore from the brain dump list. So we have Shania is making pizza for dinner, finished building my shelf unit in the living room, finally all done with furniture building in my home too. Yoo-hoo! That's a celebration. Do I have a celebration? Let me see if I have a celebratory sound. Wait. Hooray! Oh, way, excellent. Yay, I'm so proud of you, Shania. That's so beautiful to have them finally finished. Okay, so yeah, I'm just crossing it off here. So let me just zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. So here, so the green, again, are things I said I'd like to do for today or tomorrow. And so I'm just popping on here. Do I want to? Maybe I might update my expenses tomorrow. Sort through. So I've done some rearranging of things. So I've dumped all the all the junk or things that have no homes yet on the dining table. So sort through dining table. So I really like to do that today, because or else we have no dining table to eat our our meals. Okay, so I'm just crossing that off. Let me just, I'm just going to do that. Okay. Go through incomplete tasks from last week and see if there's anything that, incomplete task, anything that I need to either cross off the list that I no longer have to go and action, or if I have to migrate it to this week. I need to do a few unboxing I got a few parcels that I need to do the unboxing. So marked, small rig. What else? What's that? Man, I have a few tech stuff, like little tech gear or tech accessories that is still in the boxes. Because I want to do an unboxing video, so I don't want to use them yet, but I haven't had time to do the unboxing. Tripod. Okay, so this one I've done, or half done. I've filmed it. Okay, so that one I can cross off my list. Okay, so what's Sheila doing? Ooh, I've relocated my desk to the dining room, which is roomier, getting more decluttering and cleaning done. Now I have to organize all my office stuff. That's lovely. So my younger son, Zach, the 17-year-old, who's on the autism spectrum, who needs order. And of course, when he sees things that mum has all these different, my cupboard was full of boxes. And then he said, look, mum, in July, can we sort through, like I had 6 white drawers in the cupboard with all my sewing stuff. And so that's what we did earlier or yesterday evening after dinner. And it was good because we got rid of lots of boxes. Who else here hang on to boxes, like the boxes that your gear came in. So, I mean, I did a good declutter maybe a year or so ago. We had previous popular reels. But then there are still stuff that I need to go and get rid of. Okay, a couple of more things. So these are the side. These were the things that were in my head yesterday when we did a brain dump in the membership. And let's see, let me make sure I've got all the blues. So all the blues are things that I said I'd like to do for the week. I need to dust the lounge area. Dust the lounge surfaces. Sonia says, I keep boxes, use them in drawer or cubes to store items. That's a great idea, yes. So, and I normally sometimes I use them for, for like presents that you want a box in. And so then it's easier to wrap. So especially, let's say, toys or little kids' clothings. I need to book a haircut. Maybe I'll do that. I'll call my hairdresser tomorrow. Okay. Sheila says, I'm using the dining table that we rarely use to collect things I plan to sell or donate to thrift store. Yes. Well, here in Australia, eBay now, because in the past, you have to be able to sell, you have to have a subscription, even like the basic subscription, so you can sell your old items. But they've now changed it so then you can have an account for free and be able to sell all the stuff. So my Sonia says, got a weird collection that easier to sort. That's a really good idea to use boxes. What was I saying? Yes, my older son, he wanted to, get himself a CD player and a cassette tape. And then later on, he wants to go and get himself, a vinyl, an album. What do you call them? LP player. Oh, it's someone jogged my memory. For the vinyl. What do they? Turntable. There you go. Find that one. Okay. And so he's been going through all the different thrift stores and secondhand shops. And so he got himself a CD player. He got himself a Walkman. And he even bought, I don't know why, but he bought a cassette, a car, for the car. Oh man, my brain is maybe trying to plan at 3 a.m. in the morning is not good. A cassette deck, but for the car. And so I said, hey, if you can find, the plug to go and be able to plug it in, that might work out. Find out when. I see payment. All right, I think I've written out everything that's in my brain dump. Okay, so there we go. All my greens and blue. Okay, so in my brain dump, the things that were in my head yesterday, I wrote it down on paper, and then I sorted them. The things that I said I'd like to action for today, tomorrow were in green, and then everything else that I would like to action for the week are in blue, and then the things that are in purple are for later on in July, and the things that are in yellow are any future ideas. So I don't need to worry about those this week, because they're not pertinent to my task appointments or anything that I need to do for the week. And this helps me stop the overwhelm, because if I try and carry all these other things on one to-do list, guess what? I'm going to feel like I'm going to look at it and my brain is going to read it as a long list. And then it might start going, oh my God, I'm already as tired. I'm already overwhelmed. And then I've got this long list to try and go through. And then it'll shut down, because it's going to try and protect you, and might make your amygdala, the part of your brain for survival, the fight, flight, or freeze. It might freeze you and just go, nah, I don't want to. I want to close my eyes to that very, very long list. So that's why brain dumping helps get everything out of your head, down on paper, sorting it in a way that makes you see what matters in the immediate future, which is this week, and everything else that can be left alone until later on in the month, later on in the year. So then you don't have to carry it with you right now. It's not that you're forgetting about it. It's just for the moment, they're not the things that matter. You only want to look at tasks on your to-do list that matter within the immediate future. And then the immediate future as well, let's say looking at the week, if you are feeling down, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling sick, you might just narrow it down to the next 1 to 2 days. And that, if that still is a little bit too much, that you can't think of all your to-do list for the day, just narrow it down for the first 1 to 2 or 3 top priorities, or what can I do in the next hour. That is a really great way for you to narrow your focus on only the things that matter now. So if your capacity is a little bit, lower, your energy is a little bit lower, instead of having this long list, make the list shorter. You're not saying that you're not going to do the other stuff, but you're just keeping your focus. So you have your blinkers on, don't look at anything else, even though you go, oh, I've got lots to do. But if you just focus on the one small thing at a time and give yourself that tiny little momentum, tiny little grace to just look. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Why would you do that? You wouldn't do it to someone else, so don't do it for yourself, okay? Let's quickly have a look. Who else is here? Let's put in the, thank you, record player. Yes, record player. But yes, I remember, the turntable. Now people are, get the young ones. He'll be 19 at the end of the month, but he's loving the turntable. I found a status quote cassette, lol, nothing to play it with. Yes, so we actually went through in our decluttering. We found some of hubby's old CDs, status quote, old CDs and some cassette tapes. So yes, so he's going to play those. And we found another CD while we were cleaning up yesterday. It was Dean Martin, and he came out because he went out and he saw that his dad placed out the Dean Martin CD on there, and he's like, oh, I love Dean Martin. So that's really, and he plays the guitar and he plays the piano as well. Yes, I need to get it on CD. I love them. So that, yes, and that's a nice little project. Andrea, hi Sheila, positive changes. Love your YouTube. Oh, there you go. See, I'm loving the love. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, happy Sunday, everyone. Catching up with my journal and listening in. Yeah, it's nice to just have a little, impromptu gathering. I use blinkers all the time. Me too. I think I use those full block out eye masks. It's probably sometimes what I do with my tasks and my list, which is what I did pretty much end of last week because my brain was just getting too overwhelmed. All right, so uh, things for today, tomorrow, and the week from my brain dump. I moved it to the running to-do list. So I'm just going to put this aside because everything else I don't need to look at until next week. Okay, so when I do a brain dump again next week, that's when I will go and where am I putting this? That's where this one. That's where I'll go and look at those ones because I don't, I've deemed those things as something that I don't need to do right now. So why am I going to carry it with me and put it on my list and just put that extra pressure on myself to look at them when it's not necessary? Why can't I pop this in? Come on, come on. So yeah, so my brain dump printable, I just printed it on A4 size paper and then folded it in half. So then now I have a tiny little booklet. So if I wanted to maybe, do a brain dump midweek, I can go and write down. So if I'm feeling a little bit, my head's a little bit too full at the moment, then I can go and take this out, put it next to my bedside table and have a nice little brain dump midweek. Yes, so Margie saying hello to Andrea. I love it. Thank you. This is hello there, Shika. Nice to see you. How are you? I am good. I'm so glad you can join us here. It is a little bit not a little bit. It is a lot early for me. It is now coming on to 3:30 a.m. in Sydney, but I'm wide awake. Why? Because I had the nap and I need my cooling fan. Because these lights is getting a little bit warm. All right, so now what do? I need to plan for the week. Okay, so that's my weekly spread from last week. Oops, let me see if I can let me just zoom in a little bit. Okay, so then if you're on Instagram, you can see it a little bit closer. Okay, so that was my last week. Not too bad. I got a few things done. And so there's my running to-do list. So I'll transfer some of the things from that into here. That was the previous week. I quite like that spread. Very, the columns, narrow columns like Hobonichi style. And it is 11 p.m. in India. So you should be in bed as well. So you and I are not doing our bodies well by being up to Alice, hello. I finally managed to catch a live with these time zones. Yes. So it is at an odd hour for me to be live. But you know what? This is why I thought, it's nice to have those who are never awake during my, regular plan with me. So I'm glad that you're here, Alice. I think, let me see if hooray, welcome. And so, but yeah, so that's there. Let me see who else. Laura, hello. So Laura was with me yesterday in the brain dump. So that was lovely to have her, of course, as usual, as company. So let me remove that one. Okay. Yes, happy to, did I just put that? Where is it? I'm losing my mind. Where is it? Yes. And so Margie, Laura, they're wonderful members on the YouTube, catching up so that I can start my planner tomorrow, kickstart Monday. Woohoo! Oh, okay. All right. So as long as you're doing something that's you-centered, I love it. Okay, we'll forgive each other because this is part, for me, planning my week is part of my self-care, part of, looking after myself, my mind, and reducing as much of the overwhelm as possible. All right, so what are we going to do? What am I going to plan? What spread? So I'm going to shop. I'm calling it shop my own. Come on, focus. My own bullet journal from January to June 2018. I've bookmarked all these different things so I can see if there's any weekly spread that I might want to recreate. Let's have a look what it is that I have bookmarked along the way. Well, I sort of did that already. Okay, so that one, that's the same one here. Amy, hello. It's my birthday tomorrow. Let me see. I'm going to give you an upside down balloon because let me see. Actually, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to do this. Let me see if this works. Okay. Wait for me. Wait. Happy birthday for Amy. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. There we go. And happy birthday greeting from Sonia. Oh, why is that? Okay, so we didn't plan on the things for that. Yay. I'm so happy that you are here and celebrating. So yeah, I had to put it on this one because my this camera here, the top down camera, I had to flip it upside down on my eCam because the way it's set up, I couldn't put the arm. Let me see if I can show you where it is. Where is it? What am I looking for? Here we go, behind the scenes. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it here. So there's my camera here and the tripod is here, and the way it's set up, the actual angle is up like the other way around. So if I did my balloons, the balloons will come from the top to the bottom. So that's why. But yes, I'm glad you're here. So let's get back to the other one. So yes, hello, happy birthday for tomorrow. Yes, running to-do list has changed so much. Get everything done. Yes, so it's just because it's just really narrows your focus and not overwhelm yourself with too many things that is not necessary until when the following week. All right, so let's get back on track. What are we going to do for this week's spread? So I've done this one I did that week. Okay, so I want to change it. Maybe I want to do this again. This is quite pretty. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. So let's say that's one, option one. This one is option two. Or maybe we'll do option two maybe next week, either for a Christmas in July theme, or it's also my on the 27th is my older son. So I might keep something like this for Christmas in July. So then I could do some like little Christmas doodles. So okay, so far it's something like this. Okay, that's option one. We already did that one. Or something similar. That's another one. So that's the same sort of like layout as this one. It's just this one has all the different flora. So that one's a savings tracker. Well, I think that one, that might be a little bit too much. Or I can keep it this one. I think I've done that one already. And again, this is similar theme with a little drawing there. I think I might do this one, like with this heading. What do you think? What do you think? And I think that's it. That's it. And then, of course, there's that one. Maybe I'll do that another time. I think I'm going to get my inspiration from this one. So let's turn to a new page and let's have a look. I did see something else. I tried to convert running to-do list prior. Oh, what? Where's that? Where is that one? Oh, here we go. All right. So Shika said, I tried to convert running to-do list to priority bullet journal. It worked better for me. Fantastic. Whatever. Remember, like everything else, option 2. You said option 2. What was option 2? Oh, the one with all the doodling. I think with this one, because I haven't penciled anything in, I might save that for a Christmas in July theme, because I want to do all the different doodling, and I haven't planned any of the doodling. All right, so I'm going to do this heading here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 by 1, 2. All right, so I'm going to do, so if you're also following along, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and then let me see if my music, what happened to my music? I can't hear my music. Did it stop? Oh, it stopped because I did the applause. Okay, all right. Alice says, I am feeling inspired to get a new file of facts, but I really do not need another one. How do I stop myself? I can't help you there, Alice, because I buy things all the time, and I'm like, I have this. I bought more rubber bands for my traveler's notebook, but I realized I had some of the rubber bands, so I'm going to return it. But I want to go and, use my traveler's notebook. So, with wanting to use different planners, I cannot help you there. I cannot stop you, because I may be an enabler. I may say, go for it, get another one. May need one, yes. Maybe need 2. But yeah, so which one are you thinking of getting? So maybe, I could say yes or no to that. All right, so what are we doing? We're going to do, so I'm using the Tombow for the Nasoke brush tip marker. And then the good thing with this, on this Luxton 1917 bullet journal paper, it doesn't bleed through. So you might a bit of ghosting, but it doesn't bleed through. So I like to color that in. Okay. And then I'm going to use a Uniball white gel pen. So this is the Uniball Signo. I have to shake it because I did something to make the ink flow through, but I think it now needs to, I block the tip of it. So we got, and then Amy says, I need to get a new bullet journal. Yes, so I started bullet journaling again. When did I start this? When did I start this particular one? I started it May 25th. So yes, I was having a little battle with myself, with my mind. It's like, I know there's different plannerettes and different followers on YouTube and Instagram, follow me when they see either, me in a file of facts, or they see me in a Hobonichi, or they see me in a personal size, or an A5, or I think I was only in a Happy Planner Classic for a month. And what else? In Traveler's Notebook, right? And so I was having that battle with myself, because, if you're a content creator, they say you gotta have a focus. If you try and cater to everybody, then you cater to nobody. And I was like, well, no, I'm not catering for anybody with my planning. I cater to, get inspiration from what I do. But I know now that my planning is based on, how I'm feeling, how my brain works, how, the season that I'm in, and really at the moment with the way my brain is functioning, with perimenopause and the changes, it just caught me off guard. As in, like, I've heard stories that women have, all these things that they're going through, where you start questioning your ability. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Why can't I remember things? And so I think that's where my the last couple of days, where that internal battle of, what am I doing? What do I really want to do? And so, you know what? I just thought, okay, how did we start out Instagram, and how did we start out YouTube? I wasn't doing it to get followers, or I wasn't doing it to get subscribers. What I was doing was I was sharing, how I use my planner, how I manage my anxious thoughts, how I manage the low moments that I sometimes, or most times, can go through. I share how I use my planner, to help, navigate a household with two young sons, the younger one on the autism spectrum, managing, household and nurturing my relationship with my husband, nurturing my relationship with my, my family, my mom, dad, my brother and sister, and my friends. And so that's what I originally started, my Instagram with, was just sharing what I was doing. But then, I started getting followers, and then it's like, oh, okay, maybe we can make, extra income out of this. And I started creating planner printables. And, so then it became sort of like a business, which is good because, it helps the family with extra income. But at the same time, instead of planning for me, my needs, I was also having in the back of my mind is, well, how else is this going to help other people if they're following me, or they, press the follow button because they like me using Filofax, they like me using Hobonichi, they like me using Traveler's Notebook, they like me using Bullet Journal. But then the packaging, like the planner, the physical planner itself might have changed, but the essence of my planning has always been the same, as in, plan for the way your brain works, and plan 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, plan for the way your brain works, plan for the season you're in, and plan for looking after yourself. And so, and then I feel like I've just sort of like lost my way with all these other people, so many others, gurus. Hey, do this, do that, and it's just like, it's just too much, and I was putting way too much pressure on myself. So I went, let's strip it back. Let's get back to our original reason why we started sharing our planning, sharing what we're doing to help ourselves feel better, going outside for a walk. So I'm just going to do that for a little bit and see where it takes me. And then if, people unfollow because, oh, now she's using a bullet journal, I can't follow her because mine is, a Filofax personal. I think we can still get inspiration from other planners who are not as technically using the same planner as us. So that's pretty much where my head's been at the moment, trying to battle with, I just want to do what I want to do, but at the same time, I need to try and make sure I optimize the potential income earnings that this platform has been able to give our family, because my main goal is to look after my family, right? Look after me first, to be able to look after my family. And so if there are income opportunities, then I want to make sure that I tap into that as well. So so that's where my brain is at. And that's why sometimes you'll find me come on here at, odd hours, like nearly 4 a.m. in the morning, or I'm like gung-ho and I'm posting consistently, and then I'm having a rest. And that's what I always tell people is make sure you do what's right for you, what's right for your family. And if you are a content creator, yes, you gotta do a dance with the algorithm. But if you start to lose yourself, then your essence is playing with by the numbers. And I don't want to do that too much, that now I don't share the things that help me. I'm sharing what I think might help the majority. But I have to remember, I got followers because I was sharing what's helping me, as and getting, hopefully people are getting inspired by that. So that's just my little talk, and hopefully it resonates with some of you who may not be content creators but are feeling a little bit lost in your planning. It's just do what's right for you. Hey, if you want to buy another Filofax and you're not going to put any strain on your finance or your budgeting or your savings, and you're an adult, and you can afford it, go for it. And stick by that decision. You can always reuse it. It doesn't expire. Sheila says, Alice, that's why I'm decluttering and organizing. I'm finding binders and supplies I forgot I had. It feels like Christmas in July with real gifts. Yes, go and wrap it up again for yourself. And I got some of those white pens and I love them. Yes, the Uniball Signo gel pen. So that one, that's really good. Alice says, I love the A5 garden print. I have it in the personal size and I'm in love with the print. So the garden print, is that which one, the darker one or the lighter one? Let me see if I can. Let me see. Oh, no, that's not the one. So there's a garden print in that dusk. Is it the dusk that you have, or the other one, the lighter one? I don't have it available near me. It's over there. So let me know which one it is that you have. Is it the dusk? Okay. Alice says to Sheila, I get that. I am starting to see back to school supplies in shops around me and I have no self-control. Yep, me as well. Hello, how are you? Bhagya Kulal, let me know your first name. This is so inspiring. We'll start mine from tomorrow. Let me know, so if I said your name right, or if you have a nickname. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. And so let me show some love. Oh, not the balloon. See, not the balloon. That's for Amy. So there we go. See how the hearts, the hearts is upside down because my camera, I had to twist it. That is why I love your channel. You're so real and make me think about what and why I'm doing. Not only fill some page in a fancy book. Yeah. Oh, you guys, thank you. Exactly, Laura. I don't even think about the algorithm. I prioritize my mental health and what feels right to me. Yeah, that's really important as well. But because it is, I am the main income, breadwinner here. It is, really an important part of the key areas of focus for me is to make sure that I am, I still am optimizing and, playing by some of the algorithm, because if my video don't get found, right, then I can't grow it. So I still have to play by those rules. Same here, Laura. I'm currently using a Hobonichi Cousin and Weeks, but I'm planning on using a pre-made bullet journal for next year. Ooh, I love that. Is the pre-made, is that by Amanda Rach Lee? Which one are you going to use, Margie? Because I remember when I was doing bullet journaling in the past, it's like, sometimes I want to be able to, have one that's already pre-made. But I think I like the being able to draw all the different layouts. So then that way, this is part of my, creativity, part of my, what do you call it? Part of my well-being. There we go. One of these days, Marianne, you'll remember your words again. All right, so let's have a look. Okay, so let's go and see. Hello, Instagram. It's nice to see you. Come and say hello in the chat if you are here. Okay, so where we? Oh yes, we were going to do the heading. So how did I do this? So we got, I think I'm using the full name of the days of the week. So I have to make sure. So we have 13. I'm just going to pencil it in first, so then I make sure I have enough space. 13, 14. Okay, Wednesday is a little bit longer. Wednesday. So I have to make my letter skinny. 15. Thursday. 16. Friday. 17. And I'm going to do weekend. So then I have the columns all uniform, 13 is 18 and 19. Okay, there we go. So that's that one there. I have to decide what little doodling that I might do for there. So let's put that, let me just put the bookmark on there so then I can find that again. All right, so I'm going to use a felt tip pen. I think I'm going to use the 06 and 03 nib. It's by Riley Autumn. Oh, I've never heard of that. I might have to go check that out. So yeah, that's good that it's got the pre-made, and then so I'm assuming you then just color it in and decorate. All right, so I'm just going to do the day, the date heading. Okay, put these little lines. So let me just zoom in a bit here. Okay. Whee. Oh look, I even coordinated the drop shadow with my jumper or sweater as my lovely US plannerettes would call it. We call it jumper in Australia. Okay, so I'm giving myself a little, haven't been as, diligent with my getting myself outside again because of, some just all the hormone imbalance and then some, anxious thoughts popping in. And so it was much easier to just stay in. So, but then that's when I realized, of course, it's a vicious cycle. If I don't get myself outside, get the fresh air, and also, let your circadian rhythm kick in, your internal body clock, and so of course that affects, your sleeping habits. Monday, okay, that looks good. Maybe I might make it thicker. Or I might do, let's see if I can do the 01, okay? Make it a little bit thicker. Oh no, actually I won't, because that's quite inky and it does go through the other page. Amy says, love your content and I hope you have a great day and week. Thank you. Got to go now. Thank you so much for joining. And it was you, wasn't it, Amy, that it's your birthday? Let me just double check. I think it was Amy's birthday. Let me just double check that it's not Alice. Yes, Amy. All right. Well, you have a good birthday, okay? And hope to see you again in another live chat. Bye, Amy. Okay, so then this one is the 14th. So we'll just we'll make the letters and numbers a little bit thicker. Yeah, this perimenopause just not that took me by surprise, but that I thought that I was able to manage it, because I do plan, but planning and actioning, as we know, are two different things. And at the same time, trying to make sure that I'm doing this content creation thing, because like I said, I am the main breadwinner of the family, because hubby is doing the homeschool full time for my younger son. For those new here, he's on the autism spectrum. So, and that is it's a lot. So I used to do the homeschooling back in 2019 to end of 2022, or beginning of 2023. And just, I guess, with the pressure and carer burnout, and the son at that time was going through his teenage years, so both changing his hormones, and then him trying to go and navigate his own emotions, and all the different special needs, trials and tribulation that he was going through. And it got a bit too much for both of us, being in each other's company every day. And so I had a little mental breakdown, and so I had to call my husband, tell him to come home please, like right now, because I wasn't coping. And more so for my sons and mine and the whole family's well-being. It was important that my son had someone who was stable and wasn't losing it, and seeing themselves as a failure, which I know I wasn't. But when you're in the moment, you think that you're not doing a good job by your children. And so I wasn't in a good frame of mind. And so I asked hubby if he could go and do the homeschooling. And then that's where pretty much the 2, 4, 6, 7, the trying this content creation thing full time came about. And so I'm still trying to this content creation thing. So July, what week is July? I'll figure that out. So July. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm just doing a little calendar in the corner. Okay, and I think July started on Wednesday. Okay, so hi Ronnie Cat, I see you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice to see you, Ronnie Cat. How have you been? Just planning my weekly spread in my bullet journal for the week of July 13th to the 19th. 13. Thank you. I try, and I did 13, 14. I did open or create a new YouTube channel as well as Instagram page where I help women, content creators, small business owners, teachers who want to go live and, to be able to reach more of their followers. So I've started that channel. and also, offer support session. So for those that have got everything but still haven't gone live, so I've had a couple of clients already. So, and so proud of what they've achieved so far in the sessions that we've been through. And a lot of times, us women especially, so I just at the moment focus on women creators, because we have a different set of walls that we place on ourselves, as so women, do 3 times more unpaid care work, and they don't put themselves, on top of the list when it comes to looking after ourselves, which means when we're not resting, our mind is in survival mode. So which means it can't make, proper decision, because it's overwhelmed, burnt out. So things that you think are beyond you, like maybe the tech stuff, but when you get shown and just the support and be in an environment where you're not trying to figure it all out yourself and be up at 3 a.m. in the morning looking at tutorials and just go, no, just press that button. I tell them, go press the button. And then, they press the button. It's like, oh, it's that easy. It's like, yeah, it's that easy. Because, sometimes we think it's the tech. The tech is can freeze us. All right, so what I'm just going to do now is I'm going to go look at the weather and add the weather forecast. Oh, and also this week we are getting a support worker, or the first day support worker for my son. So we have his OT, we have a speechy, we have a behavioral therapist, and he does soccer on Sundays, and he's joining a group of young men, that have one-on-one support in a group session, but also a support worker that can help him, get into the world. And as part of his goal is to participate into the community. So that's going to start tomorrow. He meets him tomorrow. So that's I'm really excited for him, because he's 17, and because of all the different sensory processing and his development, and unable to at the moment really fully communicate how he feels inside, instead of us telling him what we think he feels. It's good to he hasn't developed sort of deep friendships, sort of like he's in groups and all that, but they call it parallel, well, now it's not play anymore, but it's play, because if it's soccer, but parallel activities. So he's not he's just playing or doing the actions or doing the activity alongside others, right? So fingers crossed that this young man, this support worker that we will meet tomorrow, is going to be really good for him. So that's really good. Let's have a look. So you're doing better after your fall. Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm so glad. So yes, make sure that you're looking after yourself. Yes. So there we go. Some hellos and love from Margie. All right. So let's put what are we doing? The weather. All right. So what's that? So it's sunny. It's going to be sunny. Woohoo! It's sunny. So let's put sunny here. Let's put a nice little sun. So again, I like to put the weather on even though for me, I am, how did I write the weather? The temperature. I did it underneath. Maybe I'll do it here. So what was it? What did I say? 9 to 19. So hopefully that works out really well for him tomorrow. I'm really excited. And so we said, we're going to meet a new friend. Now, which one do I want? Do you want the drop or the, so my little stencil, do I want the water droplets, the glass, or the circle? I think I might do the water droplets this time. So that's my little water tracker here to remind myself to drink some water. Speaking of, let's go drink some water now. Tuesday is another sunny day. So let's do a sun here. Boop, boop. Do some sun rays, and it'll be 8 to 20 degrees Celsius. And let's put our water tracker here. So who has drinking more water as part of their weekly goal? So I have a tumbler that has, if I fill it up, it's 3 glasses worth of water. Let's see. Next is, oh no, it's raining. Raining on Wednesday. So yeah, the reason I write the weather forecast is because, you know, hubby and my younger son do their, you know, daily outing as part of their homeschooling. And so really important that I know what the weather is like, so then we can plan ahead, because Zach, the younger one, he's not fond of rain because I think it's not predictable, you know, especially if it's during thunderstorms. Yes, that's wonderful for my son. Yes, Sheila has drink more water as part of the goal for the week. So what's Thursday? Another rain on Thursday. Now, as for me, I love the rain because here in Australia, January, which is my birthday month, January 3rd is middle of summer, but it always used to rain on my birthday. And back in the Philippines, when I was still, you know, from the age of birth to, I think, 10 years old, I lived in the Philippines. And because Philippines is a tropical country, so it's, you know, it's the seasons are wet and dry. So Thursday was 11 to 17. And so when it rained, I have positive memories of rain, because when it rains, all the kids came out of the house and danced in the street, because it's, you know, it's a tropical country. The rain brings relief, you know, from the hot weather. And so the kids will all come out and just dance in the rain. And plus 2, you know, parents are probably going, go get clean, go have a, you know, it's like all these stinky kids go and have a shower in the rain. But so for me, rain has, the association with rain is a positive one. And I think too, I don't know if it's the same in your culture, you know, rain's like new, you know, watering the plants, new life, it helps life. And so I always see when it rains, I think it maybe rained a little bit before our actual wedding ceremony. So my wedding ceremony was at 2 p.m. And we had it in the Chinese garden here in Sydney. And what's Saturday is rain as well. And so yeah, I love the rain. And I love, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say because I coughed along the way. Yeah, the association with rain gives positive gives me positive feeling. Saturday is 11 to 18 degrees. So Margie as well has drinking water as, you know, a focus for this week. So let's all make sure we go and have a little water tracker that's visible, or if you have a like a little tumbler. Yes, Alice, I heard. I have some content creator friends in the UK. It's been so hot in the UK. I'm drinking so much water, but it never feels like enough. I think we are in the middle of a heat wave. Yes, I heard that. Some of my content creator friends are just like, we're not moving. We're staying still because it's just way too hot. Oh, so yeah, that's not fun, because here in Australia, our summer is like, I think one stage they got to 48 degrees Celsius, and it's like, oh my God. And, it gets hotter and hotter. And so here in Sydney, it doesn't, during our winter, it doesn't snow, because we're on the east coast of Australia, pretty close to the water. And it doesn't snow during winter. And Sydney's, even if it's during winter, it's humid. I've had we went out the other night for a date night, and I just had a light jacket on, and July is supposed to be middle of winter here. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's my whatchamacallit. So I want to also go and highlight this week. So I'm just going to put a little border around July 13th to the 19th. Okay, so there's my little calendar. All right, so now what do I want to hear? I don't really want to draw. I don't want to draw anything. So I'm going to go and look for a sticker. Okay, so this is a travel case. I'll make sure to pop this in the link. I do have, I just closed it and then opened it again. And so let's have a look. What stickers? I like these ones. So these are BGM stickers. So all these little, let me see what I've got. Is that it? Is that all I have? I thought I had more. I guess I just had three sets. So let's find a sticker that will fit nicely just here. I think I like this one. So this set here is Girls Magazine, and so you got these cute little figures. Okay, so half ones, and then all these different sort of I guess movie tickets and record player. Okay, so that's one there. So the brand is BGM Deco Stickers. And then this one is the coordinate. Okay, coordinate. And then at the back, so you've got these fashionable figures. Okay, and then the other one, I think it's a makeup outfit of the day. Okay, outfit of the day. And so I don't wear these anymore, like these sort of, well, I guess when I used to work outside of the home. So I might do the Girl Magazine one and find a half, because I'm sort of like in casual clothes nowadays when, working from home. And so let's have a look. What can we find here? What can we find that we can add on to? Oh, all right. That's sort of like, well, sort of short hair. I'm thinking of cutting my hair short again. Well, this one will probably be good, because speaking of content creation, maybe I'll have that there. That's so that's one. Do I need anything else? Maybe good vibes. Oh no, good luck. That's good luck. I need all the luck. I think I'll do that one. So let's pop these back. So instead of doing a doodling, I'm going to, oh, it's not cheating. What's this one? Cinema. Oh, that's cute. Maybe I can pop that there. I think I'll keep that blank at the top. I don't want to, or maybe, what about this one? Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's see what those will look like. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do stickers. All right, as Matthew McConaughey would say. And let's put it back. And maybe something like that to fill up that space. And then here, good luck. What do you think? I think that looks good. Something like that. Maybe I should have made that blue. It's okay. And I just also want to go and frame the bottom with the same tip. 2, 4, 6, 8. So these columns are 8 dot grids wide. 2, 4, 6, 8. If you're following along, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Just so then it balances, I'm just going to add line at the bottom as well. So then it frames it. It helps frame the columns. Okay. There we go. And one more. That's nice. Okay, let's go and, did we say like this? So let's place this one first. Let's place that there. So yeah, so if you've got any sticker pads and you've got some stickers handy, you can then just embellish with stickers. Okay, that's nice. And then this one, I want the good luck above the girl sticker. So yeah, I was very close to, oh, which way? It's this way. I was very close to maybe going back to a my A5 ring planner. And I went, oh, Marianne, what are you doing? But yeah, so even if I do go back, you know, because the bullet journal is undated, maybe I'll pop the good luck here at the top. Because it's undated, you know, it's not, it doesn't need to be in chronological order. But I think I like that I do have them all together. And I'm just going to go and color in that sun, just to add a little bit of color into this. And then it picks up the, you know, some of that yellow in that sticker. And then sun here. And I think that is it for the moment. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'm going to go and look at my July calendar. Anything that's on here, I'm going to pop down here. So I will most likely put my, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. I might go and divide the page up to here. Is that right? Have I left enough? 1, 2, maybe a little bit lower. Because what I'll do is I'll keep the top section for the top priorities or known events. And let's have a look. Let's do that. And then to pick that blue, I know I did, let me see if I can, let's see if I can change this to make it sort of like blue. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so what I did is I covered the lavender with the blue. And then to just separate the page, I'm just going to put a baby blue line here. So everything above the blue line are top priorities or known events. And so if and when, let's say I have, oh, that's looking good. What do you think? I think I might color that there. So then really it picks up those baby blues. What was I saying? So then if I am having maybe a tougher kind of a day and I have lots of to-dos, if I just focus on my top priorities for the day and I just do one or two of those top priorities, then that is considered a win. Because I know in the past I used to go, if let's say I completed 8 out of 10 tasks in a day, you know what I would be focusing on? The 2 that I didn't complete. And that's no good. We have to celebrate the small wins. All right, so there we go. That is my looks awesome. Thank you, Ronnie Cat. I love it. Yes. So, and then of course, what I'll fill this in my best friend's wedding. My best friend's birthday, my sister-in-law's birthday, and then if there's any bills that I need to pay and top priorities, and then below that are the tasks and to-dos that I have, the known events one from my running to-do list. I'll pop them in there, okay? Alice has a question. What notebook journal do you use for bullet journal? I want to try it but never had the confidence to do it. This one in particular is the Leuchtturm 1917 dotted grid in A5 size. So the color that I picked is the powder pink. So it's similar. Let me show you the previous ones I've had in the past. So these are the colors that I've purchased in the past. So we have I started 2017, June 2017 to December, January to June, and then I think it's that one. So I never really finished this one, and there's just more notes. So these are all the Leuchtturm 1917. But tell you what, any dotted journal or any grid journal, you'd be fine with. So it'll just depend if you do use markers, a lot of markers that might be, pigmented, then you want to get one that's maybe 100 to 120 GSM weighted paper, which means it's a little bit of a thicker paper. So your normal copy paper would be 80 GSM. And so if you use highlighters that are quite pigmented and vibrant, it may what's called bleed through, like the ink seeps through the page. Or you might see what's called ghosting. So as you can see here, that's ghosting. You can see the writing from the other page. However, the ink did not bleed through, as in that ink didn't seep through the page. Okay, so if you are going to use lots of highlighters, like here I'm coloring in. What else? Let me see. Here, oh, I've got to update my one little moment. So I'm up to here. No. Yes, I have to fill in these things. Oh, okay. So if you're doing a lot of highlighting, and you use more like darker colors, then you might want to go look for the paper being 100 or 120 GSM to avoid your pen's markers bleeding through. And yeah, look, there's many brands out there of dot or grid. I like the dotted journal because let me see, is this a grid one? So the other one I have purchased, I think this is the Midori Codex, oh no, this is also a dotted. Okay, so this is another, so this one is the MD notebook, the Midori one. And I use this for my study notes and any ideas that I have for my content creation in any Zoom meetings I have. So that's, and then the cover that I use, these are, because when I did in 2024 and when I thought I wanted to be in Hobonichi planners, I bought the different covers for it to protect the cover. So this is a Hobonichi cousin cover, and then the plastic is cover and cover. So then I can now interchange any notebooks, A5 notebooks that I want. So this is in the lavender, and then I've got the teal, okay, because pretty much that's sort of like my my coloring of my colors, as you can see here, the teal, lavenders, and pink. And so I like to have planner covers the same. Well, that's why I picked them, because I thought, oh, they would look really, really nice. Okay, so A5 dotted journal, the one I'm personally using in my these daily planners, is the Leuchtturm 1917, and it is in cream colored paper. Okay, and then and the beauty of it is, I can be creative. I can create lovely colorful spreads, or I can keep it minimal, so I think one of these ones here, it's just like very minimal, no drawing, no coloring, no embellishment. So if your weeks are very different from one to the other, where one day you want to be creative, another day you go, I don't have time to be creative, I'm just going to do what's bullet journaling, what the creator writer Carol, his original intention is bullet points, just like this. You list down and then a lot of creative people started embellishing their pages, just like this one. So when I started watching Amanda Rach Lee and a lot of different Bujo planners back in 2017. Look, I've been having and if I don't fill it in, I'm not as hard on myself as I used to be. It's like, oh, I'm a planner account and I haven't been filling in, because your planner has to suit the way your brain works, the busyness of your day, what it is that you've got going on. Okay, so that's the June 29th to July 5th. So you can change up your planner page each and every week, or you can go and keep it the same all the time, maybe the same layout, all the same, for the whole month. But I know for me, the way my brain works, I get bored, or I want to seek, changes, and that is the beauty of being able to go and create your own layout. But yeah, so if you do try it, don't look at embellishing your planner pages as a chore. Embrace it as if it's part of your well-being. This is your rest, because mindfulness is about focusing on the moment, not worrying about the past, the shoulda, woulda, couldas, or worrying, about the future. What ifs? What if I fail? What if I do? Right? It's really, because you have to concentrate, counting how many spaces, making sure your headings are all, lined up. So it keeps you in the moment, and it is a great way for you to slow yourself down, especially if you're like me, who get quite overwhelmed, anxious thoughts, sometimes low moments. It's a good way to just tell your brain, oi, brain, we're going to look after ourselves by just slowing things down. Yeah, so hopefully that worked. But yeah, or buy yourself just a cheap dotted notebook, A5, see how you like planning the setup, because I know the Luxterm, I think I bought this for $60 Australian dollars. So just buy like a $5 one, and they are fine too. I think I don't have one near me, but I've used cheap notebooks as well, and they're fine. So, but yeah, it's just a matter of the thickness of the paper and whether you're going to use markers or not. Sheila says, I'm going to rewatch and set up my week. My cat took ownership of my lap and my planner was on my desk. Oh, thank you. Lots of ideas to think about. We like the same colors, pinks and teals. Yes, you can see with my, here we go, my comments. I like those. I like those color combo. But yeah, so there we go. Let me just do a nice shot of that. That is my weekly spread for July 13th to the 19th in my A5 bullet journal. I have also drew earlier on my running to-do list. If you did want to, if you have want to use a running to-do list, but don't have space or time to draw your own, I do have a printable download that you can grab from my shop at maryanncrest.com. If you're on YouTube, I just popped the link in the chat, but I'll make sure to pop that in the description as well. And so, but yeah, so check that out. And if you haven't done a brain dump, go and check my YouTube playlist. Start here. If your mind, before you even start setting your week, get everything out of your head and down on paper, and and then start categorizing, so then you can clearly see what things that I need to do for today, tomorrow, and the week only. Everything else can wait. Ronnie Cat says, color coding makes me organize things better. Yeah, because it's just like the analogy that I use is like when you're sorting laundry. If it's all in the basket, if you've taken out of the washing machine or the dryer or off the line and you pop it in the basket, right? Laundry basket, it's all mixed up. So color coding is like sorting the socks, the underwear, the linen, the jumpers, the pants, and all those things into categories. And it helps your brain process the information a lot better because it is in an organized manner. It knows how to read it, and our brain looks for order in things because it equates chaos and clutter as threat, and then that can stress you out. Okay, so I appreciate you all. I will see you all in the comment section. For those of you watching on the replay, let me know what your plan is this week, if you have any themes at all, or if you have any questions or comments. I love reading your comments. So once the live stream processes, I'll put the brain dump. So make sure to brain dump first before you plan your new week. Bye, everybody. Bye, Plannerettes. Big love to all. Bye. Bye-bye.